Here we go.
Here you go.
Hey, Mooch Crap J-Dubs.
Hey, what's up, Mooch and Crap?
Hey guys, what's going on?
Hey Mooch, hey Crap, hey Jay.
What up with your Crap and Mooch and Jay Wim?
Wake on up, it's Mooch, it's Crap, and Jay in the morning. Wipe your eye boogies, get your coffee finished yawning. This is Mooch and Crap Morning Show. Wake up, let us begin with gaming news, skits, and call-ins from all the fans. No matter where you at, Cali or Pakistan, New York or New Guinea, this is where it's at. These are Xbox dudes with Xbox views on slander and hate towards Xbox news. This is Mooch and Crap Morning Show for the people, and they coming with it. Now do you understand? Now do you get it? Ponies love to lie and PC fans won't admit it, but Xbox hate is real and they all with it. Call in, let it ring in. We here to rock, we here to win. It's about the games, it's about the pride. Now Xbox community, come on, let's rock. Mooch and Crap Morning Show.
Mooch, Crap, J-Dub.
¿Cómo están, bitches?
Hey Mooch and Crap, hey Jay.
Hey Mooch and Crap.
What up, Mooch and Crap and Jay?
What's up, Mooch and Crap? What's up, J-Dubs?
Hello, Mooch and Crap.
What up, Mooch? What up, Crap?
You guys have the best damn podcast on YouTube, bar none.
¿Cómo estás, bitches? Yeah, ¿cómo estás, bitches? I mean, that's the good old days. Yeah, like back in the day when you could get away with saying stuff like that. Feels like deja vu, huh?
Does feel like deja vu. It really does.
But welcome to our one Patreon supporter who's watching us live right now. We appreciate it, Biggie. You're a big time supporter, so thanks for coming out and watching us.
Absolutely.
There's some stuff going on in the gaming world, just not a whole ton.
There isn't a ton, Crap. I mean, it's funny because, January, February really does come to that point in time where there's not a lot going on.
Yeah.
But we were kind of spoiled. I think the first 3-4 weeks into the new year, there was a lot to talk about. And now it has kind of dwindled down. Now it's like smaller stories. People are getting more into like these smaller indie titles, or there's one game released and then everybody kind of hops on it and like digests it thoroughly, like Monster Hunter World or Kingdom Come Deliverance. So like there's a few games out there where this used to be nothing except for, the leftovers of Christmas. But there is a little to talk about, so we can get into that before we get into a few voicemails.
Hey, we do got this awesome Games with Gold that was announced. I mean, wow. Thank God for Games with Gold.
Crap, I know you have a big thing about it, and I can't argue with you. I really can't argue with you.
Horrible.
I don't think you're wrong. It's not great, and I'm not going to sit here and say it's great. But, it's funny, because a lot of people on Twitter were kind of talking about this, and they were saying something along the lines of, I feel like value in Microsoft is in this and that and blah, blah, blah is plummeting. This is somebody who was just tweeting 2 weeks ago about how so much value is coming from Microsoft in Game Pass. So, I mean, realistically, we got to sit here as consumers, a.k.a. gamers, okay, however you want to classify yourself, and say, what is it that we want right now? I mean, Microsoft is still giving you something for your service. A lot of people keep saying, well, PlayStation's been beating them. And here's the thing. Yes, right, Crap, on paper, Deus Ex from last month is a much flashier title, but it's still crap.
But at least it's a AAA that people know about. You know what I mean? Like, for me, it's not my type of game.
So, all right, so let me put it this way, Crap. What if I said to you, Ori and the Blind Forest, now you've never played any of these, Ori and the Blind Forest or Deus Ex? Which do you want? One's a AAA, one's not.
If I hadn't played either of them, I'd say Deus Ex.
But then you'd be really pissed an hour in.
Well, I was really pissed an hour in on Ori. I never finished that game.
That's great. I set myself up.
Yeah,
That's
it
awesome.
was, I liked it. I thought Ori looked good and had a good story and stuff, but I couldn't. That's not like my skills aren't up to par enough to play and complete that game. So it was
Well,
like
I mean, I hear you on that, but I mean, realistically,
but just look at the last couple
Yeah.
of weeks, right? Like, Grant, they get Metal Gear Solid 5. That's a big name AAA title.
yeah, it is.
It's got it too in Game Pass. You know what I mean?
Right,
Like,
right.
that to me doesn't make any sense. Just there have not been any AAA games in Games with Gold since they announced Game Pass.
Yeah,
They've added them to Game Pass, but nothing to Games with Gold. It's been horrible. Not only that, but they put Vanquish, which is a phenomenal 360 game, make it backwards compatible along with Brave, right? The Pixar whatever. And they put Brave in there as a Game with Gold instead of Vanquish. Vanquish would have got people talking. That's a phenomenal game.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. Your points are
Brave, and then something Conundrum, some shit I never heard of. What is it? Trials of the Blood. What the hell is that?
I don't know.
Isn't that like just that bicycle game like that we got? Like we got Trials Fusion, and it's like a takeoff of that or something. I don't know. It's fucking terrible.
It is terrible, but here's the thing.
And this comes on top of this, right? PlayStation said, or somebody from PlayStation Spain said, their March games for PlayStation Plus are going to be the best they've ever had. Well, so you can imagine if they come out with some kind of
problem. Here's the problem. What I got when a lot of the Xbox guys, and it includes us, okay, when we start saying like, it sucks. It's like, okay, I get it. We've been saying Games with Gold has sucked since day one.
No, I thought they've had some really good games.
Crap, it's been 24 months. What did we get? 3 good ones? Like it's been the same crap. It's nonstop. And Sony goes on their they do this. Like, here's the thing. I don't see how nobody, am I the only one who got those They Live glasses? Let me hand them out to everybody. Sony does this when they don't have anything happening. Microsoft has 3 big games coming out. They got State of Decay 2. They have Sea of Thieves. They had 300,000 people watching a stress test beta this weekend. So what is Sony going to do to combat that? They don't have anything until God of War, and that's 2 months from now. So what do? They've got to put all their eggs into one basket, and that all they got is PS Plus and sales. And they go back and forth. Every time Microsoft has something big, they say sales or they up their PS Plus. I mean, am I the only one paying attention? I don't understand. And Sony's they love us now. They didn't love us before. Like it's all an illusion, people. It's so that we think they're doing something great, and Sony's always on top of their game. They're not. They're losing in power. The latest numbers are saying that the X is beating the Pro. Okay, Microsoft has Sea of Thieves, which is people can laugh at Sea of Thieves. You can laugh all day if you want. There's 300,000 people watching it on Twitch, and everyone's buying everything from the controller to T-shirts. Okay, I think I saw at Gamer Boss being carried out of IGN Studio.
Well, here's an idea, right? Like, I'm looking at games that we were getting: WWE 2K16, Murdered Soul Suspect, Sleeping Dogs Definitive Edition, Killer Instinct Season 2, Project Cars, Evolve, Rise Son of Rome, Watch Dogs. And then after we got Game Pass announced in June, we get Speedrunners, Grow Up, Runbow, Slime Rancher, Trials Fusion, Forza Motorsport 5, Oxenfree, Gone Home, The Turing Test, Trackmania, Tales from the Borderlands, Warhammer, Back to the Future, The Incredible Adventures of Van Helsing, Zombie, Shadow Warrior, Assassin's Creed Chronicles, Trials of the Blood Dragon, Super Hot. Like, those are fucking basically all arcade titles. Like, and that doesn't get any more black and white than that. I just read you what we've gotten.
And again, I'm not arguing. I think you're right. I'm just saying, what is it that, like, listen, there's only so many games, right? Crap. So if they're going to put all these titles in the Game Pass, and you said it yourself, you had a year gifted to you, you're going to be a Game Pass customer starting March 1st or March 19th, whenever you're going to activate it. So you'll activate that. And then there you go. So you're getting your Metal Gear Solid 5. You're probably going to get Deus Ex, and you're going to get all that in the next 12 months, all in your Game Pass. And that's where the value is going for Microsoft.
Game Pass, though, you know what I mean? Like, I got it for free,
right?
But I'm not gonna. I seriously doubt if I keep that, because I do like to own my games.
So you're saying you'll just keep it for the year?
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep it for the year, and then
I don't blame you.
Yeah, and then stuff, because it doesn't make sense not to. And if there's anything, here's the thing, right? Like, there's certain games, like Gears 4, right? I have that digitally, but I got the collector's edition, which now I have it physically. So it's one of those things where like the Game Pass stuff really is kind of irrelevant to me. I'm going to use it to play some of these games, but for me, just like you said, man, I stick by this. Game Pass is a never was.
Right.
Nobody's cares. Nobody, you already noticed nobody's talking about Game Pass anymore. Like
I told you that. I mean, not only is nobody talking about
cares.
it, look at the numbers that came out from, I don't know if it was Gamer Boss, I don't know if it was Craig Duncan, I don't know who it was, maybe it was Phil, maybe it was Mike. Somebody said about the Amazon pre-orders, and after the beta,
less than
1%
canceled,
retracted, right? So what does that say? The Amazon, that's buying it. That's buying the game, people.
Yeah.
So there's still a lot of people that are saying, and that can change. I understand that can change. But they're saying that the numbers are still high and people are going to buy this game. So Game Pass is not the say-all, end-all, because, listen, a lot of people right now, okay, and I don't understand. They're like, cut the cord with cable. Cut it. But give me those other 5 things monthly charge me that equal cable. All right, well, whatever. So, you're robbing Peter to pay Paul. So at the end of the day, you're right, crap. You've got 3 or 4 major titles coming currently. I think this will change. This is the only thing where me and you differ is I think I don't see how Microsoft could even light a match and stomp their foot about Game Pass if they don't have something big with a third-party vendor. But that's a different discussion.
I don't see why they waste time or money on that.
Well, yours is the safe bet. I mean, I'll be honest with you. This was Vegas, and we both had our last $100 in our pocket. It was like, do you bet that E3 or excuse me that third-party games are in? I would bet with you because yours is a much safer bet. But my point is that to get back to Game Pass's quality and value is that people right now they're not going to invest in $10 a month. They're not going to do that. They're already paying $200 a month cell phone bills, right? If you have more than one phone, multiple phones in your home. I'm talking about families' homes.
Yeah.
You're already paying $150 plus for your cable provider, internet, cable, et cetera, et cetera. You've already got to pay your heat, or if you're in Florida, California, your air conditioning, your electric bill. You're paying that every month. You got your car bill, okay? You've got all these bills per month that stack up. Doesn't include your mortgage, your taxes, your escrow, etc. Okay. Now, $10 doesn't really, it's not the last feather that breaks the back, the camel's back. But the point of the matter is that it's another bill. And if you're not playing 114 out of the 115 games in there, you're better off just buying the $60 game or waiting until the game goes on sale, like most do anyway, and buying it for yourself. And that's what I don't understand. I don't understand the big hoopla here. It's just going to be another service. Do you think because Netflix came about that NBC, ABC, CBS, and every DVD at Best Buy is hurting? No. It's an alternate route of entertainment. This is an alternate route. They're reaching out to the families, the kids, like my kids would play the 114 games. The reason we don't have interest in those 114 games that are in Game Pass is because we either played them, we've played games like them and don't like them.
I own them. There's bullshit in there.
Or you own them.
Roundabout, like these really bad games in there. They're the third party.
Well, yeah, but Netflix has What About Bob? There's bad movies in Netflix
too. Bob
too.
is amazing, dude. I don't know.
Well,
why you keep picking on that game.
I pick on it because that was the first movie that I ever saw streaming on Netflix when they were still heavily induced on the whole discs. When the discs were their selling point still, you go on and queue your discs. Remember that?
Yeah.
What About Bob was the only movie that was worth watching. And I keep picking on it because that's the movie that for the rest of my life I can't watch anymore because when I first got Netflix, that's all I could stream. It was that and like Sesame Street reruns. So I couldn't take it anymore. But anyway, I do know what you're saying. I'm not saying it's wrong, but they're just providing different outlets. And everybody's doing that now. I mean, everybody. I went to Best Buy to buy something, and the guy was like, let me search online. I thought he was going to see his competitor and then match it. Do you know what he did? He went to BestBuy.com. He beat the in-store price with Best Buy's online price. Now, I'm dating myself. This was about 2 years ago. They don't do that currently.
Yeah.
But I go, wait a minute. Did you just go on BestBuy.com? He's like, yeah, we're doing an incentive online. But he goes, we checked with management. We can, if you come into the store and want it, we will match it. Well, that went against every principle they were actually trying to do. That's why they stopped doing that. But they went from Best Buy, the brick and mortar, to BestBuy.com, beating out Best Buy. I mean, that's what I'm trying to say here. You've got Microsoft putting out physical discs, right? Now they have digital, and now they have Game Pass. Same game, 3 places. Microsoft's beating Microsoft at Microsoft.
Yeah, they're kind of polarizing their own sales. You know what I mean?
Right.
Or they have the chance to, kind of
Exactly.
eating into their own. Like, it's a risky thing what they're doing.
It
I get
is.
I get what they're trying to do, but I think that it's stupid.
Yeah, I mean, well, and I get it. I get it myself. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. Now, it's hard to say what I'm saying about Netflix because now you got The Punisher and you got Jessica Jones and there's The Defenders and there's more stuff coming out, right? And there's all these other new things coming out as we speak. Everyone can't wait for Daredevil season 3, Stranger Things 3. All right, there's all these great things now. So me saying this now, they're like, Mooch, come around, stop it. And that's fine. But Netflix back in the day was garbage. It was garbage. I actually did. I had Netflix when it was, Blu-ray discs, etc. In your queue, you'd go fill in. I still went to Blockbuster. I'd rather walk in and walk out with the damn thing. This queue, maybe it'll come, maybe it won't. What if I put the disc in the thing and it breaks when I send it back? I'm still liable. It was just a pain in the ass. But I mean, what Microsoft's doing here is they're opening an avenue like Netflix did. And I understand you don't like crap, the Netflix thing, and I understand where you wouldn't like it. But
Yeah.
it is another viable option if third party becomes involved. If they don't, that's fine. But like I said to you, see, when I say third party, you immediately go to the big ones. You go to GTA, you're thinking Call of Duty, you're thinking Battlefield, you're like, they're never going to do it. And that you're kind of right. They're not going to do it. But like The Evil Within 2, Kingdom Come Deliverance,
those
they're
aren't
going to do it.
Those aren't big titles, though. Those aren't going to draw anybody.
Well, you say that, but I don't know if that's true. I mean, you've got all these people saying they're going to do Game Pass for State of Decay 2.
There's not any, like, if you're a dev, you're not going in for that, though, dude. You spent all that time. You want that money up front. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if Kingdom Come Deliverance does poorly.
Yeah.
That we see that they lay off some developers in the next 2 weeks, right? Like, I wouldn't be surprised.
But why wouldn't you want to lock in with Microsoft if they gave you a big chunk of cash? Tell them, Steve. But you know what I mean?
Because I don't think it's enough, and I think that you also have Sony possibly cock blocking them over that too. They don't want to seem like they're,
yeah. I mean,
I'm telling you, dude. Just look at the Sony holds all the cards. I don't need any more evidence than what I've seen recently. Games looking the same or even better on the Pro. Crash Bandicoot getting listed for the Switch and not the Xbox One. Like, these shits are coming to everything but Xbox. Right. That tells you all you need to know about what developers and publishers think about that platform. It's all about Sony's platform and now the Switch. Like, did you see? Like, the Switch is getting
Diablo 3,
and Fortnite.
Really? It's getting Fortnite. I didn't see that. I saw Diablo 3. I don't know how I missed Fortnite.
Yeah, it's.
Did they say what it'll be playing at? Crap.
A rumor. That's a rumor right now. It says Diablo 3 and Fortnite Battle Royale might be releasing. Insider, Diablo 3 will release in 2019, while Fortnite Battle Royale release in August, September of this year. So, yeah.
Well, so wait a minute. So
interesting.
Are we talking? So now listen, it's not rumored. It's fact that 4K 60 is coming to the Xbox One, right? And PlayStation, I believe.
Fortnite is 4K 60
currently.
Yeah, well,
okay,
there's a 4K mode, or it got the update or whatever. So is that? So I mean, who knows? And you could even maybe see crossplay between Xbox and.
But is the Switch rumored to get? They're not going to get 4K because the screen can't handle
it.
No,
no, that's not going to. That'll probably be like 720p, 900p,
720, 60.
Yeah.
Well, it gets 60 is my question. It would have to, I would assume.
Yeah, I would assume maybe. I don't know. We've been playing Fortnite at 30. It really matters.
Well, that's what I was saying. Did it get its 60 patch yet?
Yeah.
Okay. So
I don't know if it got the 60 patch or if they announced it. I don't really play the game, so.
No, me neither. I don't.
But that's
I've
big
never
news
played
that's big news for Nintendo.
Sure.
I mean, the fact that people is a viable third-party platform now. People love Fortnite. It's actually, I mean, it's not as popular as PUBG, but damn, people still talk about that game all the time.
No, I really do. You know, here's the thing. You know, people had a pretty good discussion with some people today on Twitter, and they were saying something along the lines of, you know, PUBG's not going to be anything in the future, especially once, you know, Red Dead and Battlefield and all these other companies come out with it. And here was my thing. PUBG is going to be just fine. And people are like, well, what about Fortnite? Fortnite's actually overtook it on Twitch sometimes. And I'm like, Fortnite's free. I don't think anybody understands the power of the word free.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, do you understand why when you were a kid and you went out trick-or-treating, do you know why you didn't get 75 Milky Ways or Snickers and you got 75,000 candy corn? Because the candy corn's free. It's basically free. You can get a bag of candy corn for like 8 cents. That's free in today's market. So you came home with all those little baggies twisted, but candy corn in them. Like, my point is that like Fortnite is candy corn. It's everywhere. You know, and PUBG right now is the Milky Way. It's a Three Musketeer. And I don't understand how people keep making the same comparison. You know, there's a lot of people out there that have these systems. And I got to be honest with you. Let me take myself out of my seat for a second and put myself as a kid that just got an Xbox or a PlayStation. Like, wow, I get to play Fortnite's a pretty cool free game. I mean, that kicks ass. Like, to be honest with you, it really does. I don't actually like it because I have other options. But if you took all my options away from me and I became one of those people that just bought one game a year, or you're just waiting for Christmas or your birthday, like, Fortnite's a big deal. So PUBG, even though it's only half price right now at $30, I think is a great price. It's fighting an uphill battle, and it's fighting a hell of a fight for charging. So I don't know. That's my whole thing with that. I just think that a lot of people keep saying that over and over and over again. They're like, oh, you know what? That Fortnite's really putting a dent in PUBG. No kidding.
You know what?
No kidding.
Where it's putting a dent in? Yeah. It's kids. Kids, like all of my friends, my kids' friends are all playing Fortnite. All of
it's
them.
Free.
Yeah, and that's
of course
exactly
they
why.
are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, look at the mobile games that kick ass and take names, right? Clash of Clans. What's the other one there? Candy Crush. They're free. They're free. Yeah. You can buy the add-on stuff, but Fortnite has that too. So you can buy things if you want to. That's what they hope you do. But, I mean, the other thing Fortnite is, right, you guys correct me if I'm wrong, Fortnite's a big advertisement for Epic. It's just a big advertisement. They're all over the place. You know, they've gotten themselves, you know, it's like when you watch Shark Tank. You watch Shark Tank and they're like, the main goal of everybody that leaves Shark Tank is to get them on either QVC, Walmart, Target, you know, get them in the Sam's Club. That's where you want to end up. And that's the thing is Fortnite. And you're right, Jay. I mean, everyone I know, my son and all his friends, they're all playing the same thing. They all play Fortnite.
Yeah.
Fortnite, because it's free. Now, they have PUBG, but the thing is Fortnite is also easy on the eyes for younger folks and casuals.
True.
You know, I mean, a friend of mine actually who's a hardcore Call of Duty, hardcore Destiny guy. Not anymore. He left Destiny. He maxed out and just kind of bounced like everybody else did. But he said, he's like, you know, listen, he goes, I'll tell you the truth. You make a great point with PUBG. That PUBG is more realistic. It's more this, it's more that. But he's like, Fortnite's free, and he's like, it's buttery smooth. You know, he's like, it's like I'm just playing a more polished game. And he goes, I understand PUBG's not done, but I'd rather play a polished game right now. So, I mean, all those things stack up against PUBG. Go ahead, Jay.
It's true. No, I was just going to say that, like, when my daughter was playing it yesterday, and I looked at her and I said, you really like this? She said, yeah, it's a lot of fun. I said, well, then why don't you play PUBG? She said, why would I play that? I said, it's got vehicles, and her eyes lit up.
Yeah. I mean, that means, I mean, there are vehicles in PUBG, but they're probably not like the vehicles that are in Fortnite, right?
I've never seen anyone driving a vehicle in Fortnite.
Neither have I.
No. I've seen them on the ground. I think they're just dilapidated. I don't think you can actually get in them.
They're not actually moving. Like I said, I've only played, but it's funny, I've only played the building part, the actual campaign of Fortnite. I never played
the
Battle
PUBG
Royale.
Stuff is bad. I don't like the building part in Battle Royale.
No.
I don't think it's fun.
I don't either, crap. I'm right there with you. Jay, we do have a voicemail.
Oh, we have quite a few.
We can get a few in.
Let's do a few.
Sure. So we've got Evil Primate on deck.
Oh, actually, that's cool. I see him a lot on Twitter.
Hey, Mooch and Crap. This is Evil Primate. It's been almost a year since I called in this show, but I wanted to call in and talk about how I'm really impressed with the production that's gone into the show. Definitely looks like a top-quality podcast now. Anyways, my question was, now that all of the big three companies have all their hardware out, do you think we see an actual half-decent E3 show that's focused on games this year, or do you see another shit show going on? All right, guys. Have a good one.
So that's actually an outstanding question, Crab.
What do you think?
Because I'm at the point right now where, it's like, it's time to show me something, Microsoft, right? We're done with the excuses. We're done with the waiting. Phil got his hardware out. Give Phil 3 years. He's there. He's right there now. So I'm going to go ahead and walk in with mediocre expectations, Crap, and I hope I get blown away. I hope I just absolutely get floored. I do think this much. I think this will be the E3 crap that you're going to write me and go, we need to do a post E3 show because we already do a post show. You're going to say we need to do a post show because I'm floored. I think Phil's going to do something. What? I can't even start to say because I don't want to put on the old tinfoil hat. Okay. But my point being is that I don't know if it's going to be something where they lock down a third-party exclusive deal for like a Rise of the Tomb Raider, Shadow of the Tomb Raider, where it's a year. I don't know. Or it's going to be something where they have rights to something like what Destiny did. And he saw where, you've got to lock something in that's massive. I think we were talking about it, Crap, right? Now that Anthem's been moved to 2019, what's the next big thing this fall? I mean, I know we have Red Dead, but
there's Battlefield. I mean,
Battlefield, yep.
Yeah.
Isn't the Call of Duty contract back up for renewal?
Oh, Sony will get that as long as they Microsoft. For some reason, Phil won't get time games, but he won't get like maps that are a month early, and that's part of the deal that Activision wants.
But is the contract up?
Gonna be Sony will have that as long as they want it.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. But if the contract does come up, it would be, pardon me, an interesting play. For Microsoft,
I don't see Phil doing that though, just because he's already come out and said, unless he just totally changes his mind.
Well, he's done that already, and he's going to have to do it. He may not have to do it on that subject, but he's going to have to do it on something where he takes the steadiness, that locked player base off of that platform. I think he's going to do something. I really, really do. That's what I think. But I'm also prepared. I am brutally prepared for us to just come out seeing a couple of new IPs, maybe liking them a lot, but nothing where you're like floored. I just think that I don't know where Microsoft wants to go with the whole games. Do they want to go in and lock in new IPs and wow us with their first-party studios, or do they want to lock us in and wow us with the third-party exclusive deals?
I don't know. I don't have something. They're gonna have to show something.
You did a video Crap about, I want to say it was a month ago, on like rumors of, I don't know, was it accentuated on just E3, but you had heard some things that were coming down the pipe, and they sounded fairly exciting. I
heard that they have Cyberpunk Gamer or whatever, but again, that's just a marketing deal. That's not like they don't
you mentioned that.
So yeah,
see, if they don't do any time content with a Cyberpunk, why even bother with the marketing rights?
Just to have I guess to have your footage and logos pop up at the end.
I guess so.
Some people that feel like Microsoft doesn't have certain games. I can remember people thinking the Xbox didn't have Destiny.
Yeah.
Star
Wars, yeah. Yeah, because they say the only place the Force is with you, PlayStation. The thing is that's what it is. A lot of the people that we talk to, whether it be Twitter, podcasting, anywhere, they're not the consumers that are out there buying millions and millions. They're not watching these shows. They're not in this. They're not even watching IGN. Some of them. There's just like you said. There's people out there that I know you're right. I know you're right for a fact. People are like, Destiny's also. Oh, it is on Xbox. Okay, everything I've seen is just PlayStation. So I thought that was and rightfully so. I mean, if you see only Destiny commercials with the Sony logo, right, then you walk by GameStop and it just shows coming soon on PlayStation 4. You're like, oh, I guess that is a PlayStation exclusive. You don't know. You're not like, let me go home and check in with IGN. You've seen it on television. Yeah. You've seen it in the mall. That's pretty good for most people. If Doritos says they're going to come out with a green chip, which they've done, by the way. If they say they're going to come out with a green chip, jalapeno Doritos, You see it on TV, and then you walk into your grocery store, and they're like, coming soon. You know, you don't know if like Tostitos has got a green one coming too. I mean, you're just like, all I know is Doritos has a green one. Where's the Doritos one? So it's the same concept. Marketing works. I just wish Xbox would be on the right side of the coin. I don't know. I mean, we've gone over that a bunch, but that was a good question. I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah.
Do another voicemail, Jay. That was stellar, actually.
Sure. We also have Gold Lion X23 on deck.
All right.
Quality.
What's up, Mooch Crap? J Dubs. Yo, it's your boy Gold Lion X23. Just checking in on the fellas on Sunday morning. Hey, look, quick question, guys. I know Mooch is all about that Sea of Thieves custom theme controller, same as Crap. Are any of you three gonna pick up the Duke controller, the OG, triple OG tribute to the OG Xbox? Look, let me know what you guys are gonna do, man. Pick it up, not pick it up, think it's a buy, worth a buy. Anyway, keep up the good work, guys. I'll holler at y'all later. Bye.
That's all you, Crap.
I have it pre-ordered, so.
I mean, I have nothing but absolute respect for Seamus Blackley, but I can't. It's the one controller. It was the reason I stayed as a PS2 kid for as long as I did. I didn't like that controller. I'm not even being rude or mean or I didn't like it. The buttons on it, they're like little Tic Tacs. I just couldn't handle it. And it was so for some reason the controller was so rounded out, right? So you're actually holding it more in the back than the front. And the little Tic Tac like buttons are in the top corner. Your thumb has to actually be like that trick thumb where you try to pull the top of it off when you fool everybody in the office. Like, how do you reach the top?
I like it. I like the controller, so I mean, it's good for me. I can see why some people wouldn't, but I'm gonna get it. I don't even know if I'm gonna use it that much since it's wired, but I'm still I'm looking forward to it, man.
What about you, J-Dub? Nostalgia, boys.
I would have been getting it. I haven't been able to find it, but because I just recently bought the Sea of Thieves limited edition controller, I think I'm all controllered out for now, for at least for a little while.
Well, that's the other thing. Somebody had asked me that, and I went and did a poll, and I was very happy at the results. I did a poll and said, hey, when you get these collector's controllers, whether it be Sea of Thieves, the Duke, Gears of War, any of these that have come out recently, Titanfall and early on, do you use them or do you save them and put them on your wall? And it was not much of a margin, but it was like 57 to 40 something, and I don't even remember it actually, but the one that won was I use it, and I use them. The minute I get the Titanfall controller, I use the shit out of it. The minute I got my Gears one, I use the shit out of it. The minute I got my Sea of Thieves one, I'm using it. I don't, to me personally, and again, I don't have a room, I don't have a wall, I don't have the collection that you see a lot of people have. If I had that room or that wall, this may be a different conversation. Well, I'd also be a different type of person. That's just not me. I get these things, and I think it's like it's one of those things where they say, let's enjoy this and live in the now. Living it. Somebody walks in 15 years from now, and I go, that right there, that controller was something special. And somebody's like, what the fuck was that? And I'm like, oh, Sea of Thieves. I mean, 15 years from now, granted, I'd have to actually fly crap up to New York for someone to actually give a shit. So, my point is that, like, and I'm not going to sell it. Crap's not going to sell any of his stuff. It's his stuff. It's like, it's part of him. It's like selling the shirt off his back. So he's not going to sell it. So if you're not going to sell it.
Back then, my gaming shit.
Exactly. And it's proved my point. So I would actually rather you took 5 to 10 or 15, 20 pictures of you enjoying the controller, playing it. Hellhammer would be like, yeah, snap some pictures of crap while he's playing this. This is great. I remember that.
Yeah.
I'd rather see that picture on the wall than the box untouched and not used, because you're gonna have more memories using it, yucking it up, being like, oh, I remember when I played with that controller for a year. That was a great game. Blah blah blah. And then what does the controller do? It ends up going in the closet with the other 80 controllers.
Like me, like a lot of others, we all started off with the Duke, right, when we first bought our Xbox.
Right.
But as soon as the S controller came out, the Duke never got touched again. That is the truth.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. The Duke control. Like I said, don't get me wrong. I think what Seamus is doing is it's fantastic for collectors. It's fantastic for true hardcore Xbox OG fans that were there. Xbot 448 made a good point on Crossfire months ago when it was all rumored and Seamus was just kind of like breezing by talking about it on Twitter before it got greenlit. He said he liked it because of the white and black button that are on there, right? Crap. It was that played a role on the Halo games. And he said that was a big deal. And I kind of agree with him, because those buttons were designated where now they've been moved to something else, and it's a little bit less convenient, I guess. Again, I didn't play a whole lot of OG Xbox. I didn't. I had a PS2. I had an OG Xbox as well, but I played more PS2 back then. Once the 360 came out, well, that's when a different bell was rung, and I just went all Xbox from there on out. Because I thought that 360 controller, I still remember being like, I can never play that PlayStation again after feeling this controller. It was that good.
Once I played online.
Right.
There was no going back to PlayStation. I mean, I still had one, but I just couldn't deal with going back and playing that.
I totally agree with you.
People used to jiggle the cord and stuff like that.
That's right. They did.
Yeah.
It was real bad. It was bad. No, Goldline, great question. So that's one yes and two no's on the Duke. But I support it. I think it's great. I would never tell people not to get it. I actually think Crap may have a point. I would actually get the Duke controller, and that is something I think I would put on the shelf. And you go, well, Mooch, what are you talking about? You just said not to. Well, there's no game coming out that I can't wait to hook the old Duke up for. So I would say, you know what? The Duke actually has a little bit more of a sentimental value and a little bit more of it's an homage to the OG Xbox. So you want to put that on your shelf? I say go for it, Crap.
I agree 100%.
Pretty cool.
Let's take one more.
Let's do a voicemail.
Yeah, let's do one more.
Okay, so we've got KAH Masters. Oh, actually, I'm going to skip KAH Masters. I'm going to go right to Shoney Doors. I recently did a gamer pick for Shoney Doors, and that's what his voicemail is pertaining to. So I'm going to play him.
Good morning, Mooch, Crap and Jay. It's Shoney Doors calling in. It's been a while since I last called, but here we go again. 2 questions this week. What are your thoughts on the Atari system that's coming soon? It was my first gaming system. Yeah, I'm pretty old. And I would be caught up with the nostalgia thing for the first time ever. So, nostalgia is a hell of a drug. Second question. Who do you think is the biggest threat to Microsoft moving forward, both current and rumoured companies coming to the party? Me personally, I think it may be Apple. I know Crap is shaking his head and waving his Windows phone in the air. I think they have the financial muscle and technology background to really shake the gaming industry up. I would be definitely day one, and we all know that Mooch would be too.
No,
Lastly, big thank you to Jay for working hard on my gamer tag. If anybody needs one, he's the man to go to. Have a great show, and I'm gone.
Yeah, no, I agree with you, Crap.
I think the biggest threat to Microsoft is Microsoft. They can't get out of their own way most of the time. Apple, Google, these people, Amazon, they're not getting into the hardcore gaming market. There's no money in that. They're not going to waste money for that. Look, it's just not going to happen. I know people are like, well, it could. No.
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
Not like they would have to get, you know how long it takes? They would have to buy studios or build studios. How many talented devs do people think there are? Then it's going to take them years to create games. Who the hell wants to wait 5 or 10 years for some of this stuff? Like
hardware is a complete loss too, Crap. I mean, they're not going to do that.
You might see, like Amazon already did. What was it, the gaming stick or whatever? You could stream games. It was like Walking Dead. It was basically the Ouya.
It was basically Ouya. Yeah, it was Ouya. And now, in the same thing going on here with Google, right? Now Google's trying there, but they're gonna, even if they do carry some of the main titles, it'll be a streaming service which, we're not there right now. And I mean, shout out to Shoney Doors. I mean, here's the deal with Apple. I like where you're coming from with the thought of it, because they at all of their past, 6 keynotes, they've made reference to playing video games on their phone. But I think that's where it starts, and I think that's where it ends. I think they're just going to stay. The mobile market, as far as they're concerned, is very lucrative, because Apple gets to take a chunk. They take a chunk out of every time you buy a game on their app system, their app store, pardon me. So Apple is very happy to stay in the gaming world, in the mobile district. iPad, iPhone. They're not going to jump in head first. And to answer your question, let's just say Apple said, hey, you know what? Here's a new console, and we bought 5 developers, or 5 studios. I don't think, I do agree with Crap. I don't think, even though I'm an Apple fan, I don't think I would jump in day one. They would have to have like the equivalent of what Microsoft did with Halo. They'd have to have one hell of a game. And like, there's just so many variables. And there's no way Apple, you can see what they're doing. Apple continuously every year opens up a new store in a new major city. They're worried about branding. They're worried about getting they're competing for that phone. They know the phone and computer market is theirs. Even their Apple TV, people said there was actually going to be flat screen TVs that were going to be Apple TV built into them, and Apple was going to actually make the TVs. No way. They don't want to do that. It's a complete bust. There's already people doing that. They'd rather just do what they're doing. They have their Apple TV box. Buy the box, plug it into your TV. So yeah, I don't think Apple, Google, Amazon, I don't think any of them.
Read the chat real quick. Our chat real quick.
So I mean, it's just that's the way I look at it. But it could be me, it could be, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
I hear you.
Sorry, what's going on with the chat?
Look at the chat in our
He's talking about in our group in the Google Hangout.
Yeah, that's interesting stuff going on right now. We should probably wrap up the show.
Yeah, we can wrap up the show, and we'll. Well, it was the end of the show, anyways. But I think that that's my whole take on it. I think that long, short, whatever you want to call it, it's just Apple's not going to jump into it right now. It's a Microsoft and Sony show, and Nintendo's doing their own thing with portability. So
yeah, I agree. Yep, I agree. With that, we want to thank the Patreon supporters and say thanks for supporting us, and we'll see you next time. Yeah, that's interesting stuff we got to work out, Jay. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah. Well, that's all right. Yeah, we'll do that, and we'll do this crap. We'll go out with the Mooch and Crap theme song, and then we'll go right into the outro.
Absolutely. Let's do it.
Mooch and Crap, Mooch and Crap. They talk about games and no drama smack. Search the web for media ties to catch these ponies in their lives. Look out! Here comes Mooch and Crab. Are they bots? Listen up. They have Mountain Dew in their blood. NeoGaf, Xbox Reds, Crap's got Tim Dog all over it. Hey there! Here comes Mooch and Crab. From a tweet of Phil, Xbox hate will arrive like the Scorpio. Mooch and Crab, but just in time. Mooch and Crap, Mooch and Crap. Same gaming duel, Mooch and Crap. YouTube in is their core. A thumb in is its reward to them. Xbox is one big hangout. Whenever there's a game out, you'll find Mooch and Crap.
Wake on up. It's Mooch, it's Crap, and Jay in the morning. Wipe your eye boogies, get your coffee finished yawning. This is Mooch and Crap. Wake up, let us begin with gaming news, skits, and call-ins from all the fans. No matter where you at, Cali or Pakistan, New York or New Guinea, this is where it's at. These are Xbox dudes with Xbox views on slander and hate towards Xbox news. This is Mooch and Crap. Show for the people and they coming with it. Now do you understand? Now do you get it? Ponies love the lie and PC fans won't admit it, but Xbox hate is real and they all with it. Call in, let it ring in. We here to rock, we here to win. It's about games, it's about the pride. Now Xbox community, come on, let's rock. Mooch and crab, make sure